Have you ever had a moment when you did something small but it meant a lot to someone else? Maybe it didn't seem like a big deal at the time, but later you realized how much of a difference it made. Today, I'm going to tell you a story from my own life. A time when I helped someone. It's a true story, and I hope it not only helps you practice your English, but also inspires you to think about your own experiences. Because talking about real-life events is one of the best ways to build fluency and confidence in English. Before we begin, if you want more helpful and natural English speaking practice, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Ali Trainings Official, and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on new lessons. Every video is designed to help you speak English more fluently, more confidently, and more naturally. Now, let me take you back to this particular day. It was a Saturday afternoon, and I was on my way home after buying groceries from the local market. The weather was warm, the streets were a bit crowded, and I had a few bags in my hands. As I walked down the road near my apartment, I noticed an elderly woman standing at the side of the road. She looked confused. She was holding a small purse and looking around, clearly searching for something or someone. I slowed down and observed her for a few seconds. She looked like she needed help, but no one was stopping. People were walking past, busy with their own lives, rushing to get somewhere. I felt a strong urge to at least ask her if she was okay. So I approached her politely and asked, "Excuse me, ma'am, do you need any help?" She looked at me with tired eyes and said, "I can't remember the way to my house. I live nearby, but I feel lost today." Her voice was soft and trembling. In that moment, I realized she might be suffering from memory loss, or perhaps just feeling weak and disoriented. I asked her name and if she had a phone or any kind of identification. She had a small card in her purse with her name and address written on it. I looked at the address. Luckily, it was just a few blocks away. I offered to walk her there. She nodded and smiled gently. I took one of her small bags and walked beside her slowly, talking to her as we went. She told me a few things about her family, about how her son usually comes to pick her up from the market, but today she decided to walk on her own and got confused. As we walked, I made sure to keep the conversation light and comforting. I didn't want her to feel embarrassed. I talked about the weather, about the flowers blooming on the roadside, just to keep her relaxed. We reached her building after about 10 minutes. At the gate, a security guard recognized her and came rushing over. He thanked me and said that her family had been looking for her and were really worried. A few minutes later, her son arrived. He was very grateful and thanked me several times for bringing his mother home safely. I didn't do it for the thanks. I did it because I felt it was the right thing to do. But still, seeing the relief on his face and the comfort on the woman's face made me feel something very deep. A quiet joy that comes from helping someone when they truly need it. Now, why am I sharing this story with you today? Because describing an experience like this is a great way to practice your spoken English. Whether you're preparing for an English exam like IELTS or just trying to become more fluent, sharing personal experiences builds your confidence, helps with vocabulary, and allows you to speak naturally. When you talk about a time you helped someone, there are a few things to keep in mind. First, describe the situation clearly. Where were you? What was happening around you? Who was involved? Then, explain what you did to help and how the other person reacted. Finally, share how it made you feel or what you learned from the experience. You don't need to use difficult words. Use words you're comfortable with and try to speak smoothly. For example, instead of saying assisted a senior citizen in reaching her residence, you can simply say, I helped an old woman get home. Clarity is more important than complexity. Also use past tense, because you're talking about something that already happened. Use verbs like helped, saw, asked, took, walked, felt, and said. These are simple but very powerful in telling a story. Now, think about your own life. Have you ever helped someone? Maybe you helped a friend study for a test, or helped your younger sibling with homework. Maybe you volunteered at an event, or helped someone find their way. These are all great topics to talk about. The important thing is that you describe them in a way that shows what happened, how you responded, and what the outcome was. Practicing this kind of storytelling will also prepare you for questions you might get in interviews or speaking tests. For example, in the IELTS speaking test, you might be asked, "Describe a time you helped someone," or "Describe a kind act you did." If you already have your story ready, with clear structure and vocabulary, you'll be able to speak more confidently and without hesitation. Another great way to improve is to write your story first. Write a few paragraphs in English about the time you helped someone. Then read it out loud. Try recording yourself. Listen to how you sound. Are you clear? Are you using the right tenses? This kind of practice helps you become your own teacher. And if you can, practice with a friend or teacher. Tell your story and ask for feedback. It's okay to make mistakes. That's how we all learn. The more you practice, the easier it becomes to express yourself in English. Let me also say this. Helping others is not just good for your language skills, it's good for your heart. In a world that can sometimes feel busy and cold, taking a moment to help someone is a reminder of what really matters. Kindness is a language everyone understands, and when you can express that kindness in English, you're not just learning a language, you're using it to make the world a better place, even in small ways. So next time someone needs help and you're able to offer it, do it. And then, come back and talk about it in English. Use that moment as a way to grow, both as a person and as a speaker. That brings us to the end of today's video. I hope my story encouraged you to think about your own experiences and gave you a clear example of how to talk about helping someone in natural English. If this video was helpful, please like it, share it with others who are learning English, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Ali Trainings Official, for more stories, tips and lessons to help you speak English with confidence and heart. Thank you so much for watching. Keep learning, keep helping, and remember, even small actions can make a big difference. You have the power to help and the power to speak. Use both wisely. See you in the next video.